Phillies went into Game 5 with a 3-1 series lead, looking to put away the Yankees, but it was Goose Gossage out-pitching Larry Christensen. The Yankees put up 6 in the first and made it last. 6-3 was your final score in Game 5. Christensen touched up for 6 runs in the first inning. He did put up zeros the rest of the way, and that is the long-term good news out of that ball game, is that the bullpen did not get wrecked in that game. Sometimes in these best of 5, best of 7 series, you have one of those games that devours your bullpen, and then you pay for it the rest of the series because you can never quite get those guys back rested. That and the combination of the fact that we went from New York to Philadelphia now for Game 6 means that both teams should be relatively rested in the bullpens. Today's pitching matchup will be Floyd Bannister against Dick Ruthven. That is a rematch of Game 2 in which Ruthven beat Bannister 8-2. Ruthven, tell me if you heard this before, gives up 2 runs in the first inning, puts up zeros the rest of the way, as did the Phillies bullpen. Jack Clark hit his second home run of the series in Game 2 in that victory. Phillies will be hoping for more of that from Jack Clark, but series is now 3-2. Things are getting very interesting, and we are going in for Game 6. And as we said a little bit ago, we're back in Philadelphia. There you see Veterans Stadium. Not quite as beautiful as Yankee Stadium, but it is home. Offensively for the Phillies, Lonnie Smith, Gary Maddox, and Jack Clark across the outfield. Schmidt, Boa, Sandberg, and Franco, that's your infield. Keith Moreland behind the plate against the lefty. And Dick Ruthven on the mound again. His second start in this series. He's 2-1 in the playoffs. 4.58 ERA. He's got 8 strikeouts in 17 2/3 innings, giving up 21 hits. For the Yankees, they're running out the same lineup they've put out there for every game this year, with the exception of back at Philly. We don't have the DH, but it's going to be Mumphrey, Watson, Gamble, Winfield, Porter behind the plate, Hubbard at second base, Meyer at third, Bucky Dent's the shortstop hitting 8th, and and Floyd Bannister will hit 9th and pitch. And here we go. Ruthven delivers. Game 6 is underway. A fly ball into center field. Lonnie Smith back in the outfield without the DH. That's 1 away. Floyd Bannister on the hill, 2-1, 16 2/3 innings, 18 hits, a 5.94 ERA. Phillies got to him in Game 2. He has been good through the season and through the playoffs, so I wouldn't expect him to have 2 consecutive bad starts. Here's Lonnie Smith digging in to lead things off. Pitch on the way. Smith hits that ball into center field, going straight back. It's over his head, bouncing off the fence. Smith into second with a leadoff double. Sandberg steps in, 393, 3 homers, 15 RBIs. His name is on the series. Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Here comes Lonnie Smith. Sandberg will hold it first. 1-0 Phillies in the first. Mike Schmidt, 375, 438 on base percentage, 6 homers, 19 RBIs. Pitch on the way struck him out. That'll bring Jack Clark. Clark homered off Bannister in Game 2. It's a 3-0 pitch. Misses outside. 2 men on now, 2 outs. Julio Franco, he's got the cold streak on, just hitting 220 in the playoffs. He does not have a hit in this Yankees series, I believe. Thought about giving him a day off, but he's been our guy all year. We're going to go with him, and he line shot into right center field, going back. 3-run home run for Julio Franco. Who was going to sit him? Wasn't me. 4-0 Phils in the first. Keith Moreland hits it hard down the third baseline into left field. Moreland will be into second with a double. He's trying to pick up another run. Boa steps in. He is 269, 10 RBIs in the series, or in the playoffs, I should say. Pitch to Boa. Boa hits it hard into left field. They will send the runner. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Phillies lead 5-0. Nick Ruthven steps in with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. Line shot down the right field line. It's going to bounce off the fence. Ruthven's going to have a double. Runner being waved around. Boa will come in and score. Phillies lead 6-0. Game 5, the Yankees scored 6 in the first and made it hold up. 6-3 was the final. Phil's now putting up 6 in the first. Lonnie Smith. Smith hits that ball into left field, sinking fast. That's a base hit. Ruthven will be waved around. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Ruthven scores 7-0 Phillies here in the first. Winfield, Porter, and Hubbard. The 1-2 pitch from Ruthven. It's hit hard to left field, going back into that corner and gone. Home run, Dave Winfield. Yankees are on the board. It's now 7-1. Top of the lineup, Mumphrey, Watson, and Gamble to face Ruthven here in the top of the third. Hits it on the ground. Ruthven off the mound. He'll throw to first, and he throws it away. Mumphrey will get to second base. Bob Watson's 0 for 1. He has been killing the Phillies. 1-2 pitch from Ruthven. There's a fly ball into center field. That's a base hit. Runner coming around. It's 7-2 ball game. Phillies are trying to chip away after they gave up 6 in the first yesterday. Couldn't get it closer than 6-3. Yankees trying to do the same thing. Here's Ruthven's pitch. That ball's hit on the nose to dead center field. Say goodbye. They're doing more than chipping away. We'll get Marty Bystrom up. Ruthven, nobody out. He's given up 3 runs in the inning already. Dave Winfield, who homered his last time up. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Give Winfield a double. Had a little talk with Ruthven. We'll see if that helps him. Bystrom warming. Could be in this game very soon. Here's Darryl Porter, 0 for 1. Struck him out, 2 down. Len Hubbard. Pitch from Ruthven. Hits it on the ground. Schmidt will charge. Go over to first. Hubbard is retired. 2 down now. Dan Meyer. 1 for 1. Pitch from Ruthven. No pop up. First base side. Franco is there and makes the catch. Yankees put up 3 in the third. Close it to 7-4. Top of the fourth, it'll be Dent, perhaps Righetti, and then Mumphrey back to the top of the lineup. 1-1 pitch from Ruthven. Hits it hard, but there's Sandberg. Nice grab. Throws him out. 1 away. Bobby Mercer will bat for Righetti. Mercer just 1 for 7 with an RBI in the playoffs. This guy is a lot better than 1 for 7. Misses inside. Walked him on 4 pitches. Get Marty Bystrom back up. He's ready to go. We'll give Ruthven Mumphrey. Let's see what he can do here. Misses. He walked him. That's going to do it. That will do it for Dick Ruthven. 3 1/3, 5 hits, 3 walks. Bystrom checks in. 6 innings. He's given up 12 hits, 5 earned runs. Bob Watson steps in against Bystrom. 2 men on now. Ground ball shortstop. Boa to second. There's one. No relay from Sandberg. 2 down. Oscar Gamble. 2-2 pitch from Bystrom. It's a fly ball into right field that'll be cut off by Clark. 1 run will score. Runner takes third base, so it's runners on the corners now. The Yankees are back in this thing at 7-5. Dave Winfield now against Bystrom. Back up the middle, 7-6. One from Bystrom. Porter hits that ball in the air. Here comes Clark. Makes the catch to end the inning, but holy smoke. It's a 1-run ball game. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-6. Now I've got Anderson and Hoffman ready to go. Bystrom's coming out. Hubbard, Meyer, and Dent. 6, 7, and 8 in the Yankees lineup. Marty's pitch. Pass Franco in the right field, a base hit. Bluebirds raining down. Good reason. Meyer steps in, 1 for 2. Pitch from Bystrom. Runner going, Moreland's throw, they got him. Keith Moreland guns him down. Hubbard thrown out stealing. Big out for the Phillies. Now Meyer steps in there, 1 out. Nobody on. Here's the 3-1 from Bystrom. Hit on the nose to center field. Maddox on the run back. He is not going to get it. 7-7 ball game. Maddox on first, Boa at the plate. There is 2 outs, but Anderson is on deck, so Hoffman will get back up. Vandenberg to Boa. Boa hits it back up the middle. There's a base hit. Phillies have 2 men on, 2 outs. Running for third is Maddox. Slipping into second is Larry Boa. Oh, and they got him. Boa thrown out trying to get into second base. Ends the 2-out rally. Sandberg now 2 for 3 with an RBI. 3-2 pitch. Hits that ball on the nose. That's going to get into the gap and get to the fence. Sandberg will take a turn around first. He will end up at second with a 2-out double. 3-hit night for Ryne Sandberg. Bring Schmidt to the plate. Schmitty is 0 for 3. 3-2 pitch now from Vandenberg. Walked him. Schmidt will take a walk down the first base. That will bring Jack Clark to the plate. He's 0 for 2. 3-2 pitch from Vandenberg. Misses. Bases loaded now, 2 outs. Julio Franco now steps in. He is 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer in the first. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch. Lifts that ball over the head of Hubbard. That's going to drop in the right field. 1 run's going to score. Another run coming to the plate. He scores. Phillies lead 9-7. Julio Franco has 5 RBIs. Runner on for Darrell Porter. Porter's 0 for 3. Colby. Line drive. Clark is there, 1 away. Glenn Hubbard, 1 for 2. Winfield on first to Colby from the stretch. There goes Winfield. Keith Moreland throws out his 2nd runner of the day. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Vukovic will pinch hit for Colby. Price is throwing to work the 8th. Vuk got a pair of hits in the last game. He'll take a walk there. 2 men on now, 1 out. Lonnie Smith, top of the lineup. Sandberg on deck. The 0-2 pitch to Lonnie Smith. He hits it hard, but there's Meyer. He'll go to second. They won't get the out as he can't handle the throw. To Sandberg now, thanks to the air. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Russell's got to work out of a jam. The 1-1 pitch. Infield's in. Up the middle. Ryne Sandberg delivers the hit. That's going to score 2 runs. Phil's lead now 11-7. Jack Clark 0 for 2. 3-2 pitch to him. Misses inside. There's a walk. Bases loaded, now 2 outs. Julio Franco 2 for 4 with a homer and 5 RBIs in this ball game. A chance to do more damage. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Smashes that ball in the left field. Winfield cuts it off. 1 run's going to score. Here comes a second run to the plate. They're going to wave a 3rd run around. No throw. Julio Franco makes it 14-7 in the bottom of the 7th. Heath Moreland now will bat against Russell. He's staying in the game. He's thrown out 2 base runners. Are not switching. Ground ball back up the middle. Base hit past Bucky Dent. The wave Franco around. He will score easily. 15-7 Phillies. Not normally a time you see Tug McGraw when the Phillies are up by 8, but it is Game 6 of the World Series. The Phillies 3 outs away from the 1982 championship. It'll be Watson, Gamble, and Winfield facing McGraw. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Tugger. Struck him out. He chased a bad pitch. 1 away here in the 9th inning. This place was crazy when it was 7-0, and when the Yankees tied it at 7 in the 5th, the Boo Birds are raining down. It's 15-7 now. Oscar Gamble at the plate. Hits the ball hard. Franco is there. He'll flip to McGraw. 2 away here in the 9th inning. Dave Winfield, 4 for 4, a home run, 2 RBIs. Steps in. Here's the 1-0 pitch from McGraw. Fly ball into center field. Gary Maddox makes the catch. The Phillies win the 1982 World Series. 4-2 over the New York Yankees. Wow. Another game where we say wow at the end, but Phillies are world champs. We wanted to see if we kept Sandberg and if we kept Franco over there. Don't trade those guys away. See if we could build a team around that core of Schmidt, Carlton, Sandberg. 7 runs in the 1st inning, but the Yankees chip away. 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. You could feel the tension in this fake baseball stadium. Maybe it was just me, but the Boo Birds were raining down after the 5th inning for sure when it was 7-7, but then in the 6th, 2 spot puts the Phillies up 9-7. 6 runs in the 7th inning made it 15-7, and the bullpen nailed it down from there. Yankees had 7 runs on 11 hits. Multi-hit games for Meyer at 3rd base. Gamble in right field. He drove in 3. Dave Winfield, 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Offense not a problem for the Yankees today. Lonnie Smith had a pair of hits. Moreland a pair of hits. Maddox, Boa each with 2 hits. Ryne Sandberg, 4 for 5. He drove in 3 and scored 3. Julio Franco goes 3 for 5. Drives in 8 runs and scores twice. He drove in 13 runs in the playoffs. 2 homers, 13 RBIs. 1 homer today and 8 RBIs in 1 game. But man, was it a game. Take a look at the pitching. Well, neither starter really got the job done, did they? Floyd Bannister, just 2/3 of an inning. Bannister is a really good pitcher. The Phillies got to him in this series. 2/3, 6 hits, 7 earned runs. He was chased after 38 pitches. The Yankees went to Righetti for 2 1/3. He did his job. He pitched well throughout the entire playoffs. Kern also did a nice job with the inning. He worked. Vandenberg comes in. I think Vandenberg came in a little tired maybe. We'll see. He'd been used a lot in this series, so I'm not sure what his stamina was at, but Phillies got to him in the end a little bit. got to Russell, although just one of those runs was earned. You had that missed throw at second base, and the Phillies took advantage of that. So they get 5 runs off Russell, only one earned. Looking at the Phillies, Dick Ruffin went a little deeper than Bannister did. He went 3 1/3, but still 5 runs, or 5 earned runs on 5 hits, 6 runs were total. 3 walks, just 2 strikeouts. He gave up 2 home runs. Threw 88 pitches in that 3 1/3. We got him out of there. Bystrom gave up 4 hits in an inning of work, but he did only give up the 1 run. Larry Anderson, I think, was the key in this bullpen. Larry Anderson was really good in these playoffs. There you see he has a 0.00 earned run average. You may have noticed I did not mention that in any of the games because I am superstitious. Anderson picks up his 3rd win of the playoffs, goes an inning and 2/3, picks up the strikeout, hands it off to Tekulve for the 8th. And that was the thing. You had to get past that early part of the game because Ruffin can't get you to 5th or 6th inning. Now you got to patch it together a little bit. Bystrom, not so great, but man, Larry Anderson came in and really shut it down, and he's done that a couple of times in the playoffs. Tekulve works a solid 7th. Price works a great 8th inning. Doug McGraw finishes it up in the 9th. Obviously no save. But the Phillies win the 1982 World Series at home in Game 6. Lefty and Rudy May will never know what will happen in that rematch between those two. Julio Franco is your player of the game. That's the NL playoff game record for RBIs with 8. And as we look back here at the offensive side of the box score, I mean, Ryne Sandberg, 4 for 5, 3 RBIs. Most nights, that's going to be your player of the game. Today, it was Julio Franco. Series MVPs, Ryne Sandberg, 12 for 26, 462, a homer, and 8 RBIs in 6 games. Jack Clark, 333 with 2 homers. Moreland had a nice series. He played a little bit more because of all the lefties. He went 5 for 16. Vukovich, 2 for 6. He got those 2 hits in his start, so he had a good game there. Lonnie Smith had 8 hits. Pretty good contributions across the board for the Phillies offensively. Now you see Tekulve, Price, McGraw. Throw in Jeff Lottie, Hoffman, and Anderson. No runs allowed, or at least no earned runs allowed. Pascual Perez, 7 1/3. Kind of interesting now that you're looking at this. You look at the bullpen. The bullpen was outstanding. It had been shaky through the wild card and the National League Championship Series, and it was our starting pitching that we were leaning on. Starting pitching, not so great in this one. You look at Ruthven, 6.75, Christensen, 6.75, Carlton, 12.6 in just one start. Well, there you go. There's your playoff tree. That is the end of the season for 1982. Phil's 4-2 series winners over the Yankees. Got past Montreal 3-1, 4-1 past the Reds, and now 4-2 past the Yankees. Great season. Such a fun season to play. World champs, 1980, 1982. Are we a dynasty now in Philly? We'll see. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Thank you for hanging out, and see you next time.